Hello there. So I am going to continue the video, and hopefully you'll be able to catch up with me again, and we'll figure out what is going on with my webcam sound. I might need to change something here. I'm not sure what's going on. So I have, as you could see, I used it. It was working and it just plain quit on me. Oh, now I see again. I've got that upside down, so I need to switch this. I think I need to go this way. That looks like that's upside down. Sorry, hang on, don't get dizzy. I'm going to switch it right around. And there we go. All right. So we will carry on. Find my seat again, and here we go. All right. So I've got these pieces embossed, which we did using the other on the other section of video. So these are going to go on the front of the card here, and I can go ahead and glue those down. When you come back, please say hello so I know you found me again. I am trying to watch for comments on my Facebook page. Here we go. So we're going to put this one on here, like so. Just ease that into the center. And this one on the other side. And ease that into the center. A little extra glue there. Okay. Now, let me get some things. I've got piles of things now from here to everywhere, which is what happens when you make a video, isn't it? So I'm going to lift the flap here, and inside I'm going to put some of the Designer Series paper on the inside here. So these pieces are going to decorate inside here. Like so. And then these two are going, this is going on the other side here. Voila. Now we're going to open these flaps. Oh, and I forgot to score, didn't I? Wouldn't you know? Okay. Let's see if I can do it now. Because I did forget to do my scoring. So I want this one to go this direction. From here to there. Just make sure that goes down. There we are. So this is actually going to fold back. And I did okay. I did okay considering there. This is definitely a do as I say, not as I do video. I've seen other demonstrators get on and get a little flustered with this kind of thing. Oh well, here we go. It still worked. So there we go. There's that flap. Now let's see if I can do this one. So I'm going to bring this in. And score here. And I'm pressing hard because I'm going through multiple layers of paper now. I want it to fold back, actually. That one I didn't get quite far enough in, but I think I can make it work. There we go. All right. There. All's well that ends well, right? So now I'm going to put in here, I have 2 more pieces of paper. So I'm going to have this one up here, which I need to trim, and then this one down here. And then I'm going to have this one down here, and I need the other piece up here. Okay. So we need to trim these guys a little bit. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I took like 1/8 of an inch, but I can't recall for sure. But I think I took 1/8 of an inch either way. So I'm going to start with that and see where we end up here. Nope, still not enough. So I need another 1/8 of an inch off the top. Here we go. Okay. Now that works. Okay, same thing on this one. So 1/8 of an inch there. And 1/4 off the top. And there we go. There we go. So now these can go on. This is one of those times when I feel like saying it's not as hard as I'm making it. There. And one down. And one up here. Okay. I'm hoping that you are actually seeing this. But I'm not seeing comments. So if you are watching, it would be really great if you put a comment, but it may be that I can't see them if you are, so I don't know. Anyway, que sera, sera. There we go. I watched Genevieve Coe do a video the other day, and she couldn't see comments, and she couldn't figure out why she wasn't seeing comments, and I'm feeling a little bit of that. So, okay, here we go. So now this is my piece that's going in the center here, and it is cut to 4 by 5 1/4. So it's going to completely cover this top, or the top blue piece, but not cover the bottom blue piece. And on that, I'm going to put my sentiment in the center, and I'm going to put some boho blue flowers. So now I'm going to grab my stamp pad, or my stamps, and I did Your Friendship Means Everything inside this one. And I used these flowers. So just grab a block here. And I'm going to start with the flowers. And I just did in one corner. You know what? I'm going to be careful here. Just the way today is going, I think I need to clean that off. Let's try again. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead here with the flowers in the corner. And then I turned the ink, or the stamp, to make it go in the corner there again. Okay, now I'm going to come with my copper clay. Oh, I've taped my stamp sets shut when I moved, so that I would not have difficulty with leaking. Now I have to untape it. Easier said than done. Just going to stick this back down in here. Maybe I'll show you. This is actually meant, this little colored bit, it doesn't have any words on it, and it's meant to go inside like this, so that when you're stamping, you do not end up stamping in the wrong stamp pad and getting the wrong color ink that you don't want. So there we go. So here is Your Friendship Means Everything, which is going right in the center here. There. Voila. Okay. Now, that is this part. Now I did a lot of decorating here. So I'm going to pull in some cardstock. Oh, I guess I can glue that in, can't I? Just feeling for the top of that piece of blue and covering that up. There we go. Okay, now for the decorating, I did a large stamp with the Cheerful Daisies. I did some of the smaller ones, but I want you to note that these were stamped on the piece and then die cut with this. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to get out my large pieces, my large stamps here. And then I used the Boho Blue Full Strength for the outline, which is this one. Get rid of this copper clay piece. So there's Boho Blue Full Strength. Then I removed that and I used the fill-in one, the solid one, stamped off and filled in afterwards. And I'm definitely having trouble with my camera cord here tonight, so I'm going to try there. There we go. All right. Now I can see the cards, but I've got two sounds. Let's see if that will help it. Now I'm seeing the comments, though. That's always good. Oh, boy. Fun. Wow. Okay, so now I'm going to take the smaller flower, and I'm going to stamp. Actually, both of these I'm going to stamp. So I need all of these little bits here. There. And I'm just going to repeat that process. Let's take this off. We'll start with the full strength. Okay. And then this one. There. And then the stamping off. There. Oops, I didn't ink that one all the way. There we go. All right. Now comes the fun part. So we're going to take these pieces and we're going to line them up with this die and then cut. So I'm going to try my mini again and see if it's going to cut for me, and if it doesn't, I'll have to go to the big one. But it's just so much easier with the mini in the camera. Here we go. Oh, my screen keeps going green here, which is very scary. I hope that you're still able to see me. Alrighty, so I'm going to just use some washi tape to hold this in place. There we are. And again, making the E with your plates. Oh, Nancy, you don't get the green screen. Well, that's good. And now you can have your flower. Oh, I'm all tangled. But here you can have your flower with the textured bits, which is the part that I really liked. So I've got the flower with the textured bits there. And we're going to just repeat that process for the other pieces here. So here we go. And we have to do them separately because of the nature of this die. So I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to cut this other piece off here. There. Get that in there. So this is definitely what I would call a wow card. It's more time consuming and there are a lot more pieces involved in it, but I think it's a beautiful card and worth the time and effort here. So here we go. Get those bits off and we'll go for the third one. Here's our little piece. I'm going to have to trim this again. Just too much paper here. But as I said, I really did love the look of the little embossed bits in the center of the stamped flower. So I could have just done the stamped center, but I really like the texture of the embossing. Okay. Got to get that one to come out. It's still stuck in there. Here we go. There. Now, we're just going to trim these little wee bits off and get rid of those. There. And here. And we can start to put these on the card. So I did this main one in the center, and you can poke out your little center bits here. Some people I know like to leave a few of these bits in, which you certainly could do depending on taste. There we go. And then this piece is going to get glued so that it overlaps here. Now, I think I did, I can see that I did actually. I did do another die cut piece with the solid white there. I'm trying to decide, is that necessary? I think maybe I should. So, that means more die cutting. What are you going to do? Alrighty. We'll bring this in again. And this time we want the different dies. So it's not this piece I'm die cutting, but rather I'm using the solid images here. I'm going to need one of these for my sentiment. I don't see pre-cut anyway, so I'll do that. And then I'm going to do these guys here. Okay. Let's see how much I can get with this one. Is it going to fit? Yes. I'll just tape that one down because it's close. Put these two on here. Okay. You guys are very sweet. You're so patient with me here. I designed this card, of course, before we left the old house. So I'm having to really rack my brain to remember some things. Okay, so we're going to need a second one of this large piece for another part. And I'm going to need this. So let me just, oh, I do have a pre-cut piece. Oh, way to go there, Kelly. Okay, so let's get another piece of white. Back to the scrap bin. So we'll get another piece of the white here. And I won't put this away too far because I'm going to have to stamp one more big flower and cut it, but I'll just set it down here for the moment. And let's get to decorating this card. So, the big white piece is going on top of here. Just have to figure out how to line it up best. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to apply some adhesive to the back of these. Ugh. Always the big glob when you don't want it. Okay. And glue that down. And next, we've got this little one. Here we are. Got to shift that a little bit to get a bit of white around that one end. And then this one. centered on there. Good. Okay, now let's stamp the sentiment for the front. And I don't think I used a sentiment from this stamp set for it. I think I did Dear Friend, which I did, and I can't remember, I cannot for the life of me remember what stamp set that's from. So I think I'm going to just put You Made My Day on the front. Because I can't remember. So we will be flexible. And I'm going to do some masking here with that. So I'm just going to grab a Post-it note. Okay, I'm going to cover up the My Day. And we've got You Made. Here we are. I do want to make sure that's cleaned off. I gotta use some spray here. Now we're good. And we'll cover up the other side. You could just do it like this. Sometimes if you can position it just right, you don't need your Post-it. I tend to use them, but you don't always need it. Now let's just tuck that under here. And there we go. Lovely. Okay, so we've got that done. And I do need one more stamped big flower. So I'm going to pull those back in here. Trying to find another good size scrap here. And we're going to do the stamping again. I should have stamped some of these flowers ahead of time, I think. Not kept you waiting quite so long. But I do appreciate your patience. There we go. Okay. There we are. Oh, Nancy. Thank you. That's very sweet. Okay. So now I need my die cutting machine one more time. And then I think I've cut all my pieces. All the good things. go. And here. Okay. Just another little snip or two here. There. And this is going on the other large piece I cut out here. There we go. Okay, so we've got 4 fancy flowers here, and we've got our sentiment piece to decorate the card. So the positioning of these things is important. You'll notice on the front of this card base, I've lined things up so that this bottom flower will hold in this sentiment piece, okay? So that's what we want to do, and we want one flower piece inside the card that is going to cross between the two, okay? That's not quite stuck down yet. I think it's still wet glue, but anyway, I'm going to take this, I'm going to position it, I'm going to see where it's going to go, and then I'm carefully going to apply adhesive only on the side that I know is going to be stuck down here. And then I can reposition that in place. So that's the center. Then for the front, I'm going to arrange my pieces, and I'm going to use dimensionals because that just adds a nice little pop with it. I'm going to position this one last because I want it to balance this one, and I have to adjust this piece. So let's start with the easy one at the top. Nice big dimensional in the back of it, maybe even a couple. It's a pretty big flower there. Pop that on top. Now you can use your bone folder and curve this a little bit, which I think I did on the initial one. Just gives it a little bit more wow. It's easier to do before you put it on there, but it works. So there we are. You can see that especially on this one. Then I'm going to tuck this piece on, and I want to make sure that I get it down far enough that I can use this piece. So I'm going to just add a dimensional at the bottom here, and then maybe just some glue up here. So I'm going to take a dimensional right down here, and then I'm kind of going to position things in place. I'm not pressing it down yet, and I think I might put a mini dimensional up here just above the E. Again, I'm going to just kind of tuck it in place and see how am I doing. I think that's pretty good. So then just a little dab of glue. And I'm literally just kind of sliding it in until my dimensionals bump up against there, and that's perfect. Okay, now I'm going to apply dimensionals underneath here to help hold this in place. I'm using minis, but I'm going to use more than one of them because I want it to really help hold this down. And there we go. So that goes on there. And then the last piece, I can position this to balance the other side. Knowing where this one is, I can decide kind of where I want that one to go on the card front. So hopefully that makes sense. And there you go. That is the card for tonight. And it took a little time, but I hope you feel it was worth it. I have to admit, I like making wow cards. They're a lot of fun. Maybe I'll show it this way. It'll show up better for you to see both of them. And they're a lot of fun to do. And it is neat when somebody opens a card like that and says, "Oh my goodness, look what you did." I made a wow card for my daughter for her birthday, and she just opened it up and said to her partner, "Look, this is what you get when your mom's a professional card maker." So I think it is kind of nice when you can make a person smile that way and enjoy. Thank you so much, ladies, for being with me. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate you and your encouragement. And I hope to see you again next Tuesday. And I have to admit, it will be a surprise what we're going to do. I am going to take some pictures of my craft room here. I have not done that and posted them. Life has just been literally hectic. But I will get that done during this week so that you can see a little bit of the space. And maybe you can tell me what I should be getting rid of to make more space. But anyway, have a great week, and I'll look forward to seeing you next Tuesday night at 7:30. Bye now.